Hello Real Life Youth, my name is Charlotte and I'm going to be running you through the teaching for this week, which is week 7 of our series on the parables, which are the stories that Jesus told. And parables were little stories with big ideas. This week we're looking at 2 parables, both of which are found at the beginning of Luke 15, and they're called the parable of the lost coin and the parable of the lost sheep. So you need to have either read the parables or listened to the video of Sally reading them to you before you watch the rest of this video. So if you haven't done that yet, hit pause now, go and grab your Bible, read the beginning of Luke 15 or listen to the other video on YouTube. So I'm going to explain the parables to you and then I'm going to set you your challenge. So in the stories, we see 2 people who have lost something that was incredibly valuable to them. The shepherd has lost one of his sheep and the woman had lost one of her silver coins, and the silver coin was worth about a day's wages, so it was valuable. And what they did when they lost the sheep and they lost the coin, they searched and they looked and they looked and they looked and they looked until they found what they'd lost. And then they brought it home and they had a huge celebration, giving thanks that they had found what had been lost to them. Now, just like the sheep to the shepherd and the coin to the woman, we are all special to God. It doesn't matter that there are millions, even billions of other children on the planet. Each of us is special to God, and he loves those who are lost to him just as much as he loves those of us who know him and have already been found by him. The shepherd and the woman in the parables go looking for what they've lost. They look for the sheep, they look for the coin, and they look hard. They keep looking, they keep searching until they find what they've lost. And God's love for us is like that. It is overwhelming, it is never ending. And we are God's children, and sometimes we get lost. Now that might mean that we don't yet know him, and it might mean that we have known him, but we've decided to wander away from him. And when that happens, God does not give up on us. He loves us so much that he searches for us, he calls us, he runs after us, he seeks us until we're found. He won't stop until we're found. And the Bible tells us that God sent his son Jesus to seek and save the lost. And the last teaching point, the last big idea from those little stories, is that when we are found by God, there is a huge celebration. Just like the shepherd and the woman in the story were thrilled and overjoyed when they found what they'd lost, there is rejoicing and celebration in heaven when someone who has been lost to God comes home. Knowing God and coming back into relationship with him is cause for celebration. It's cause for a huge party. So, those are the parables and the big ideas that Jesus told behind those little stories. And your challenge, Real Life Youth, for this week is this. If you know Jesus, if you've been found by him already, then your challenge is to practice telling the story of how you were found by him. What was it like when you were lost, when you didn't know God? What happened when Jesus found you? And what has changed in your life since you were found? See if you can keep the story of how you were lost and found and what that means now in your life to under 90 seconds. You need to keep it short, you need to keep it snappy. Set yourself a timer, keep practicing it until you can tell your story in under 90 seconds. And Gemma might even let you tell your story on Friday Night Youth this week if you want to. If you don't yet know Jesus, if you haven't yet been found by him, then your challenge is to ask someone who does know Jesus to tell you their story. It might be someone in your family, it might be someone on the youth team, it might be one of your friends in youth. Ask them to tell you their story. And if you are like that lost sheep or lost coin and you want to know more about what it means to be found by Jesus and to follow him, then please chat to one of the youth team. We would love to chat with you a bit more about what it means to be found by Jesus. So that's it, Real Life Youth. have fun with that challenge, have a great week, and we will see you next Friday night. Take care. Bye.